In this video lesson, we're going to be focusing on Chapter 1, Lesson 3, and that's going to be covering rates. The objective for this lesson is going to be students will be able to give examples of rates and write rates as unit rates. We have two essential questions. We're still continuing with the Chapter 1 essential question, which is, how do you use equivalent rates in the real world? And then we also are going to focus on Lesson 3, which is how are rates and ratios related. So we have three vocabulary words that we're going to be looking at today. We have rate, and unit price. When it comes to rate, it's basically going to be a rate or a ratio or a fraction. It's going to compare two quantities. So right here we have 25 and 5. And it's also going to be using two different units of measurement. So right here we have 25 meters per 5 seconds. So that means that in every 5 seconds, someone can swim or run 25 meters. Then we also have a unit rate. A unit rate, the key word is unit. Unit represents 1. So when you have a unit rate, right here you can see unit rates have a denominator of 1. So if we have simplified this rate right here, if we simplify it by dividing by 5, we get 5 meters or every 1 second. That means that that person can run or swim 5 meters every second or 25 meters every 5 seconds. The same thing with unit price. Unit rate, unit price have to have a denominator of 1. Obviously, the fact that it's unit price means that it deals with money. So you can see that $5 for every 1 pizza. So once again, every time you have a denominator of 1, that it's going to be specifically a unit rate or a unit price if it deals with money. So that is the difference between rate, unit price. Okay, so in order to do this, it's going to basically be setting up a fraction or a rate, and then you're going to be simplifying it to give you a unit rate. That means that we have to divide to give us a denominator of 1. So like I said before, in this situation here, we had to divide 5 seconds by 5 because that is what gave us a 1. So usually we're going to be dividing, and if we divide by 5 in the bottom, then we're going to be dividing by 5 at the top. So let's do this example just to give you an idea. Samantha picked 45 oranges in 5 minutes. Write this rate as a unit rate. So first of all, we're going to focus on what we know. We know that Samantha can pick 45 oranges, and we know it took her 5 minutes to pick this. So the first thing we're going to do is set up a fraction. And she can pick 45 oranges in 5 minutes. They want us to convert this rate into a unit rate, which means I need to have a denominator of 1. I need to have a denominator of 1. So since the measurement on the bottom is minute, that means I have to know how many can she pick in 1 minute. So if you think about it, I need to make sure that 5 can be converted into 1. So what you're going to be thinking about is, what can you divide the 5 to give you a denominator of 1? How can you make 5 become 1 by dividing? So if you think about it, you can divide this by 5. So 5 divided by 5 gives you 1. So since you divided by 5 on the bottom, you're going to do exactly the same thing on the top. You're going to divide that by 5. When you get 45 divided by 5, that gives you 9. And since the top category is oranges, we're going to leave it as oranges. So there you go. That is our unit rate. That is our answer. If she can pick 45 oranges in 5 minutes, that means that she could pick 9 oranges in just 1 minute. And that's basically what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be changing rates into unit rates, mostly through division.